Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, my name is MoltenAF, and today I'd like to introduce some of the best Armored Core 6 players on Xbox, as well as myself, in preparation for the Kumite S-Rank Invitational Tournament, set in stone for a week from now, on the 10th of May, 5 PM EST. Let's get straight into it. Hello, as everyone here is likely aware, my name is MoltenAF, Xbox tag AvailingWolf455. I'm present on YouTube and Twitch, both under MoltenAF. My history of Armored Core actually starts in Titanfall 2, one of the greatest games of all time. I loved it, and then when I heard a new game with mechs was getting popular, I wanted to try it out, and the rest is history. My favourite AC6 character is probably Honest Brute. I just love his dialogue, his dog shit AC, and I love the VA's delivery. Favourite mission is Defend the Dam Complex. I hope that wasn't too obvious. It's a true test between a good AC and a bad one. And my favourite part, it has to be the Lamb Core. It represents my favourite way to play the game. High risk, high reward, and it is goated when speedrunning. As for my playstyle, I love Rushdown. I struggle to do anything else, TBH. I love getting in the opponent's face, I love staggering them, hitting with that heavy punish. It's what makes the game fun for me.
Well, hi, I'm ConorOne. Just ConorOne on Xbox and here on the Discord. I will say that my first experience with Armored Core was Armored Core 3. I was actually introduced to it by a neighbor kid that went to my elementary school at the time. We grew up together, and then about middle school, he introduced me to Armored Core 3, and man, did he beat me up. Those controls are epic. And that was also the same time I was introduced to Zone of Enders as well. That being said, I went and didn't play much Armored Core after that. It was just mostly the Souls series and stuff, and then I came back with Armored Core 6. My favorite mission is slapping up All Mine with Iguazu. That's a fun mission, man, because the sea spiders, they get dropped. That's just so fun. And my favorite part is the LRB, as I'm sure everyone knows at this point. It's so goated. It's so great. Play style, I'm a very defensive kind of player because I like to just use all the different parts because I really try to play for fun at most. I mean, I'm a very competitive guy and I get pissed off. You can ask my wife. I get real mad. But, I'm a defensive player. I really like shield play. I actually despised the shield for the first year or so after launch, and then I just decided, I'll give it a try, and I haven't looked back. So I'm a very, very avid shield user. And Akai Constellation, which is actually Akai is Japanese for red, so Red Constellation is the name of the robot, is a sword and board build using my favorite weapons. And so it's pretty awesome that the drones just kind of put it all together. And I wouldn't believe that the 28 generator would really make it happen, but it's my favorite robot. And so that you'll be seeing that in the tournament.
Yeah, so my gamer tag's EternalEwok. Most people know me. I started playing Armored. This is actually my first Armored Core, believe it or not. Me and Void T100 used to play Star Wars Battlefront 2 all the time, and he's the person that kind of introduced me to the game. First, I absolutely hated this game, if I'm being honest with you. I really thought it was like, what's it called? Like, I don't know, it felt too fast-paced for me, but once I started getting the hang of it, and once I started actually grinding it, it kind of just came naturally. I gotta say, it was it was a grind. Once I got up to irregular, because that was that was season 2, I believe, way back a year ago. And I got to admit, my favorite mission in this game is fighting the sea spider. And the reason why it's fighting the sea spider is because, number one, that boss alone, when I started this game, took me, and I mean literally days to beat. It was probably the most challenging boss that I've ever had to fight, because I never played any Dark Souls game before this. I never played any other type of game like this. So it was completely new to me, and I needed to literally figure out what to do, how to beat it, do this and that. And it was tough. It was extremely tough, but once I got the hang of it, and once I started learning this game more and more, it became so much easier. And I got to admit, my favorite character in this game, G1 Michigan, dude. Absolutely loved the dude's energy. It is amazing. I can't tell you how many times I've Can't tell you how many times I've remade Liger Tail in my own image. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, like I said, dude, this game is very fun. I play it all the time. Everybody here's probably seen me once or twice. And yeah, no, like, other than that, like playing this game and all that, and just a little bit about myself in real life. Like I'm a 24-year-old guy, just chilling. I'm a supervisor at the post office, and just working hard, doing what I got to do, and just enjoying life. That's the best way I can describe myself.
It's good. One thing also, your preferred playstyle and game philosophy.
Oh yeah. So I kind of have a well-rounded playstyle. Like I do every type of playstyle, but my most preferred, I'm a very, very aggressive player. And that's kind of how my problem-solving skills are. I pretty much just charge head first into the problem and just use overwhelming force to just knock it out. That's my preferred playstyle. That's how I love playing, and that's just, yeah. It speaks for itself.
I'm Roboy on Discord, but on Xbox, everyone knows me as Cold Seeker. And yeah, I'm pretty new to the Armored Core genre. First time I got into Armored Core was when this game actually came out. Because before the game actually came out, I think it was like a month or two before. I was just in the mood to try and find like a good combat mechanized kind of game, and sure enough, Armored Core was gonna come out in like a month or two, so I figured I'd wait for that and play it. And sure enough, I was unaware that it was a From Software game, and I was very unprepared with the difficulty curve that it had. So yeah, it was a little bit of a struggle when I first started playing. But yeah, at first when I started the game, I've always played as an up close and in your face kind of play style. Used to just be with close range weapons, but now I'm almost exclusively melee type weapons with supports on the side.
Yeah, your favorite character.
Oh, character, yeah. Yeah, I just got to it. AC character. I don't know if I'm being honest. It has to be somewhere between Michigan and Rusty. I don't know why I can't choose between the two, but I just like Michigan's aggressive talk and just Rusty's overall personality, I guess. And I especially like it when you end up teaming up with them in one of the endings of the game. It's very fun. Makes it nice to play that mission. My favorite mission, let's see. That one's also a tie between either the one where you fight Air at the end or All Might and Wazoo at the end. I really like both of those. So every time I go back to try and replay through those missions, it helps me realize how far I've actually gotten. And also helps me adjust my playstyle just a little bit to get a little better.
I'm Chrome Tiger 4634 on Xbox. I don't have any related socials, but brief history. I started with Armored Core 6. I think I was playing like Elden Ring, got really into it. It was my first like FromSoft game. I saw Armored Core 6 was coming out and I was like, oh, that looks cool. I like robots. And here I am, sunk a million hours into the game, probably a few too many. Which really fell in love with the franchise. Even went back and bought like Silent Line for the PS2, because I have a PS2 to play the classics, like, you know. Which really fell in love with the franchise. Favorite AC6 character? Maybe a psychotic idea, but like V2 Snail and Gunfire Vigrazu, like they're just very lovable villains, like, and I think they're really fun to listen to whenever they're on screen, you know. Maybe a bit crazy, but playstyle. I developed the way I play a lot around control and distance. I'm not very aggressive. I like to keep my composure whenever I'm in a fight. I'm always trying to maintain the distance really well, make sure the fight is flowing according to how I want it to flow, you know. Developed a lot from as for my play, like the builds I like to play, I'm mostly a teams player actually, but like I started with singles, and in teams I'm a pile bunker. That's where I've gotten really good, but it's just not really super viable in singles. So I play a rifle kite, a filthy rifle kite for singles.
Yeah, I'm Jeffro. It's my gamer tag J3PHR0. Don't really have any related socials to my gamer tag that I'd give out. I can't remember my first Armored Core, to be honest. I don't know if I started with 1, but I did play like 2 and 3, a couple of those, but really I got into it hardcore on 4 Answer with the blading community, and I joined a clan, and that clan, we all made a plan. We knew not Verdict Day, but AC5 was coming out, and we got the Japanese beta and learned the game early. It was crazy. And so when the game came out, we got the midnight release, and then 2 weeks into the game, they all quit, and I had one buddy left, and I was like, "You want to keep running this clan?" So I became the clan leader and started a new thing there, and we ran in Armored Core 5 for the entire time we were up on the leaderboards, doing our thing in that conquest mode. So I was the leader of Raven's Nest for that, and Verdict Day, we kind of fell apart there. Didn't really team as much, but they had UNAX, that was fun. In terms of like playing the mission though, I was never really big on the story mode for once like Conquest came out for 5 and Verdict. Like I raced through it. So when this game came out, I kind of raced through the story mode too, just to get straight to the PvP. So I couldn't really tell you too much about my favorite mission or character or anything. So I don't really have a favorite, to be honest. My personal playstyle and philosophy also. Philosophy, I kind of treat my Armored Cores like Pokemon. I'm collecting them all. I want to master it all. I want to try it all. I want to always make new builds. So it's hard for me to really decide on one, because I'm like the ADD of fucking Armored Core. I'm like, next thing you know, oh, this is my new shit, or this is my new thing, So in terms of my play style, it's kind of like always looking for the next thing. It's never really settling, I guess, on one play style at all. They're my Pokemon, and I gotta catch them all. I got all 160 slots filled and everything. They're all painted and named, and it's always hard making a new one. So, yeah.
I'm LBluster. I actually ended up getting this gamer tag from taking the word Ghostbuster and taking the word Ghost away and just adding light. I just came out with that on the spot, believe it or not. I don't really have any socials to share with you guys, mainly because I like to just peek around and just leave as I go. So, as for my history of Armored Core, I actually started playing Armored Core with my younger brothers with Armored Core 2 Another Age, and then my brother picked up the original Armored Core 2, so we just kind of played that. And then we kind of did the same thing with Armored Core 3 as Silent Line, and then my younger brother picked up Armored Core 4 and 4 Answer, but then our interest actually died down during Armored Core 5 and Verdict Day. And then when Armored Core 6 came out, I was a little skeptical if I should get the game or not, but I just told myself to get the game, see how it is, and now I've been playing like hours on it since. This is actually my first FromSoft game I actually own. As for my favorite Armored Core 6 character, that's a tough one. Believe it or not, because I met some of the voice actors for some of the Armored Core 6 characters, but if I had to pick one, it would be Handle the Walter. So it was just like that father figure character. He didn't look like he cared, but he actually does. I kind of like that personality. My favorite mission for Armored Core 6 is a tie between Defend the Down Complex and Core Release, because those missions actually test your build to see how viable your builds are. in any stage of the game. When it's for PvP or endgame, it puts your build to the test, and it tells you if your build's good to go for any part of the game. For my favorite part, it has to be the pile bunker. Nothing's not satisfying than landing a charged pile bunker on a staggered opponent. And my preferred playstyle, as you probably expect, is I like to get close and personal on my targets. I like to embrace the core fury, as All Might puts it, and like to stay within close range to my target and make sure they eat either a pile bunker or well placed melee attack when they're staggered.
So, gamer tag is Time Manager, but I go by the Reaper on Armored Core 6 for my AC ID. The mechs I use are all Reaper 0X, with 05 being the most prominent. My history with Armored Core, I'm not going to lie, this is my first game. I didn't even know the franchise existed until I saw the first previews for this game. I didn't even know From Software as a company really until Elden Ring, so this is all kind of new territory for me. That said, I'm a huge mech fan, so it's kind of annoying that I didn't know the game series existed until 6. So go figure there. My favorite Armored Core 6 character, mission, and part. Fake fan? I am not a fake fan. How dare you? I would say my favorite character is probably Walter, just because he kind of played the role of I'm using you, but then slowly became friend/father figure and actually had real emotions and stakes in your character and what was going on with you, instead of just being a mindless go do missions kind of guy. I also, just for what it's worth, do not have my father, so I'm always going to be a little partial towards people who are a father figure and actually do the role well. Mission, I honestly enjoy destroying the Carmen line more than any, because it's just really fun to just go blast through the rows of ships and then go one-on-one with Rusty without having to worry about your EN management. It's just kind of a good controlled chaos, go blow a bunch of stuff up and then call it a day. My favorite part, right now, going to have to go with even though I main the Nebula rifle, I prefer the WLT rifle, Walter's right-hand weapon. I actually used that a lot on my original build, which was all coral-based. I think it has a very mean attack pattern. You can just pepper at you people with regular shots, quickly charge one and unleash a heavy shot, and if you have the ability, you can just do noodle gun with it and hopefully catch them. But honestly, for me, it's charge one. The charge one shot does a lot of damage, a lot of stagger, a lot of impact, and it's very quick to charge. You can actually charge it up while using a melee attack, and it'll be ready by the time you're done. Preferred playstyle and game philosophy. Yeah, it's funny because I have two playstyles that I really prefer. One of which is just being a tank, rolling up with heavy armor, heavy weapons, and just stat checking the heck out of your enemy and hoping that your unloading of power is going to beat theirs. Because even with that, you still have to maneuver and dodge to a point. Like the lasers at close range, you can do a hard right dodge and still get past them. So it's not like you can still be careless. You do have to put some thought into it. But after that, I've really taken to a kite play style where I seem to more observe my opponents. I'll kind of go in initially and let loose my ranged weapons without any consideration, just so I can kind of see how they're going to move. And pretty much everything that I do in battle is all reactionary. I don't really go in with a solid game plan or knowing what I'm going to do until I know who I'm fighting, if I kind of have an idea of their play style and what they do, and how they approach me in the combat. And once I kind of have all of that put together, that's where I kind of get my flow of when am I firing which ranged weapon, when am I moving in for the charge nebula, when am I targeting the toe, when am I faking shots out and quick boosting out at them versus actually firing the shot. because everyone's going to dodge the fake outs differently. Some people will always dodge the first, some will then watch for me to be a little tricky, so we kind of have to out-trick each other. So yeah, the kite play style is very fun.
Unfortunately, Kyrick and Yasalti Low weren't able to make any interviews, but these two are still very good players, and we are very excited to have them. That's it for the competitors. Again, the tournament is on the 10th of May, 5 PM EST, and I will be streaming the tournament live on Twitch at twitch.tv/MoltenAMF, so please follow me there. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so you will not miss the VOD release or the highlights that will come on this channel soon after. Thanks a ton, and I can't wait to see you there.